Welcome back, race fans, in Jeddah, Jeddah Corniche circuit, the most famous street circuit in the Middle East and the fastest street circuit of the world. In the beautiful Jeddah by night, is a pleasure to be here for the final event of the very first edition of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship, certified by FIA. We've been racing in Bahrain for the trophy event, then we went to the fabulous Kuwait for the double header, then Qatar, sensational night race, and now we are in Jeddah. Let's hear from the drivers in the pit lane, ready for race 2. So we see if we can hear from the drivers in the pit lane. Let's hear what they have to say. Emotions are rising up. Marcello with the drivers.
Here we are back on the grid for the second race of this wonderful day. By night, of course, always from Jeddah Corniche. In the first place, for this inverted grid, we have Abdulaziz Abu Zenada. First of all, Abdulaziz, how does it feel standing in front of everyone in your hometown, in your home race? How does it feel?
It feels extraordinary. I'm so nervous to the point I might shit my pants. First time in pole position. I usually start at the back. Today I'm starting on P1 pole. We just hope we could maintain the pace until the end of the race, and hopefully I'll meet you at the podium.
So, a really good progress to the whole season. Enjoy your first pole of your career. Let's go on with the grid. We have in second position, really fast driver. He's starting with new tires. We have Suleiman Zamfari. So, Suleiman, well, seems like you have a really good chance to manage to get good results. What about the race?
Yes, so we definitely apologize for the language of Abdulaziz, but definitely, as you can understand from his tone of voice, he was messing with us. You know what I mean? The emotion of the moment when you are sitting in a race car, ready to race, and of course, he definitely have some tension to deal with, some emotions going on, as anybody would while starting on pole position at home in a home race. And yeah, Abdulaziz is not his first time from the first row, as the reversed grid races are one of those things that they characterize our championship, and has also Abdullah Al-Kubaisi, quite new to motorsport racing, but the younger brother of the Al-Kubaisi sisters is really improving fast and enjoying a lot, which is what it matters the most also at this age for young drivers approaching modern motorsport. On one hand, you have a lot of objective and targets, and on the other hand, you also just want to enjoy the sport like all the other teenagers around the world do, in which whatever activity they do. From my side, I just can't wait to see this race, because race 1 was one of those races where anything happened, and so I have it's hard to expect something about this race too, as now the level of our drivers is becoming quite leveled up, very equal between all of them, and especially in the first lap when they are in a tight group, we see a lot of action and fight, and unfortunately we saw several little banging wheels and accident that have seen also a penalty for Faisal Al-Kabani, as he got a penalty for today race 2 after the contact of the race 1. And as we see, we have Federico Al-Rifai, the leader of the championship, motivated guy to try and secure this title, and the 49 just in front of him, which is his title contender, Andrei Petrovic, the guys that also animated the last part of race 1 with a fierce fight to the checkered flag. So we're ready to roll, heading out of track for our sighting lap, which is the lap that gives the driver the opportunity to feel the grip on track and to see the condition, and mainly warm up the tires. For this point of view, they have a full lap before they can line up on the grid. After that, they will go out again for the second lap, which is actually the formation lap from the grid again around, and then ready for the start. So regarding the penalty of Faisal Al-Kabani, he's been dropped by 3 places for causing a collision, trying to overtake. Then he crashed into car number 8 in turn 1. So this has been the decision made by the steward. So there was not just that, but we had a lot of fight, especially between the top 3 of race 1. They were Kutskov, Petrovic, and Rifai, with a 3-way fight, and they have been overtaking each other in some of the overtaking points that we can see on track right now, mainly turn 1, as it is after a very long straight, which is also the starting straight. So you will see action breaking into turn 1, somebody also trying the outside, and then becomes the inside of turn 2, and while turn 4 is not really a place where you can overtake, up to turn 13, where is a very difficult overtaking opportunity, but who knows, if you have a very good exit, you can maybe try the inside. Then again, single file through this section, but who knows if you can have a slipstream and get a lot of extra speed. Potentially 22, it's another overtaking, but not an easy one. But as I said before, the last corner is one of those places where you can really try and attack the braking, go down the inside, and try and to overtake in this 6.2 kilometer circuit. Amazing, fantastic circuit. So I just wanted to underline more the corners where we will see overtaking, also because it is itself the philosophy of having a reverse grid, which is not like a top 8 or a top 10 reverse. It's a full reverse grid. Is to give everybody the experience also to start from the first row, even if maybe you are more of a rookie, more of a driver with still less experience, but is to give more or less everybody the opportunity to feel and experience what it is, what it means to be at the front of a field. as these guys, they also have to learn. Maybe one day when they have more experience and maybe they won't need necessarily the reverse grid to be at the front, but that will they will be already ready and potentially up to speed. But beside this is also the race where we see most of the overtaking, because the fast guys, they are actually starting from the back. So as you can see, we have Petrovic on the red car and Rifai on the white car, and behind them is Wurz with the green car. So these three guys at the back, they are definitely some of the fastest of the field, and so is why I'm expecting to see a lot of action and a lot of overtaking over the course of the race. So now we have the full field aligning and going on the grid. As you can see, also the width of the grid box, it has been changed to the wide section of the Formula One typical width. So now all the drivers, they are going for the formation lap, and yeah, everybody is now able to leave the grid. Let's go back to the starting order with Abdulaziz Abu Zenada on pole position, and we have Suleiman Zanfari in second. Suleiman will have an opportunity today, an opportunity to try and win a race, as is one of the fastest guys at the front for sure. In this case, he benefits from the reverse grid, but he's a guy that is being already winner in our championship on the podium many times, so he has the speed and experience to maximize his starting position. Second row, Jabor Altani and Abdullah Al-Kubaisi. And third row, Zakir Al-Mosherji, Amna Al-Kubaisi. Omar Al-Walid Al-Derani in 7th, Faisal Al-Kabani in 8th. And this is when we see actually the grid positions, with Abdulaziz on pole, Suleiman Zanfari, Jabor Altani, Abdullah Al-Kubaisi, second row, Zakir Al-Mosherji with Amna Al-Kubaisi, third row, Omar Al-Walid Al-Derani, 7th, Faisal Al-Kabani in 8th, as we said before, with a 3 places penalty. So this is why he's in P8, otherwise he wouldn't be in P5. Kirill Kutskov 9, Amda Al-Kubaisi position 10. Andrei Petrovic and Federico Rifai again close together. Watch these two guys, they will come through the field, and the action it will be especially between these two. And Oscar Wurz at the end of the grid, unfortunately today, after having a bit of an issue in qualifying, so he has to start from the back of the grid, but he has the speed, he has the motivation to also come along, come through the field along Al Rifai and Petrovic, and I'm sure we will see a lot of action with 10 laps to go in a very long circuit. It's 10 full laps, just in case we have a safety car. We have potentially up to 3 laps added, that can be, so 10 laps up to 13 laps race. It's a very long lap, more than 2 minutes, 6.2 kilometers, so it's one of those places where we always get very close to the 30 minutes limit in terms of time, which is for a Formula 4 car is the longest time you can run just before going out of fuel. So we literally giving these guys the maximum amount of mileage and the maximum amount of race distance that we can. Tatus, Autotecnica, Pirelli, ran by Alta Kilat Meritus GP. One single team, one single family. And we are in Jeddah because it's the home race of the Alta Kilat Meritus organization. We are in Jeddah for the final round of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia. All the cars on the grid, ready to go, with Hamd Al-Kubaisi now in our grid spot, and Wurz also aligning on Paul Abdulaziz Abu Zenada, with Zamfari in the first row with him. All the lights are on, and off we go. Great start from Abdulaziz, great start. And at the back, let's take a look on Petrovic and Rifai. We have Jabor leaving space to the guys, and Abdulaziz in first place. What a start for Abdulaziz. Second, Zamfari. Wurz with a green car, still in last, he couldn't overtake anybody. He's now behind Jabor Altani. And number 77, such a shame, Abdullah Al-Kubaisi. I'm sure the marshal will have the time to move the car. And Zamfari, he knows he has an opportunity, he has to try and overtake as soon as possible, while Wurz is trying and move on Altani. And Zamfari at the top with Sakera Mosherji in third. Zamfari is back, leading a race. Zamfari is back. And Saker is already trying to overtake Abdulaziz. Side by side, Abdulaziz Abu Zenada with Sakera Mosherji. Good start from Sakera Mosherji, and Saker is in second. Watch out, Kutskov and Omar and Hamda in a fight for fourth. All of them close to Abdulaziz. Hamda is in fourth. Oh, this group, yes, all together. Omar in the inside. Omar in the inside. Rifai on the outside. And Rifai was able to overtake two guys. Oh. Zamfari in the lead, Saker in second. Now Kirill, he will try to overtake Abdulaziz. Nice move by Kirill. Nice move. Zamfari. And Hamda Al-Kubaisi losing positions. Not ideal position for her. He lost 3 places in a couple of corners, while Rifai is right in front of his title contender Petrovic. So Zamfari is trying to make some gap between himself and Sakera Mosherji. Kutskov in third, Hamda Al-Kubaisi in fourth. Now the fight is on. Zamfari in the lead. So Hamda Al-Kubaisi, Federico Rifai and Andrei Petrovic. Watch out these three. Watch out these three. And now it's a fight for a fourth place, but it's really, really crucial for the championship points. We are in the final section of the lap, and Petrovic close to Rifai. Haha, again these two guys close together with Amna Kubesi in front. Federico will try the outside. What Petrovic will try is trying the inside. And Federico on the outside. Nice move by Petrovic. Nice move. And Petrovic is in position 4. Rifai in 5th. They will be side by side. And side by side they are. Rifai closing the door, but Petrovic has the inside. Petrovic in front. Amna still there. Petrovic in 4th. Omar Alderayan trying the inside on Amna. Amna kept the place. Omar still in the inside. And Omar got the position from Amna. Omar is in front. Whew, that was brave. Amna was very fair in giving enough pace for both to go around the corner. And now the two sisters fighting with Amna keeping the place, and Wurz right behind the both of them. Such a shame. Jabor Altani is doing a fantastic weekend so far. Solid race in the previous race 1. And now is very close to the Al-Kubaizi's sister. We see Wurz, as you can see from the drone image. Wurz on the green card this weekend, very close to the Al-Kubaizi's sisters. So, top 3 have now a little bit of a gap, while Petrovic in 4th. And Wurz was now able to overtake Amna. What a move from Oscar Wurz, starting from the back of the field. Now able to get up to 8th place, but now has to defend from Amna, and he's behind Amna. So, who's the quickest on track? Kirill Kutskov, 8.1, 2 minute 8 second, 0.1, which is a very good lap from Kirill Kutskov. So, now Amda cut the track. He will give the position back to Oscar Wurz. Yes, she does. So, no further action there. Good job by both of them. Well, Suleiman Zamfari to 8.8, to 8.5. Saker Al-Mosherji a little bit faster than him. Kirill Kutskov super quick, but he's also with the benefit of the slipstream. Petrovic to 8.8, so same pace as Zamfari. Rifai 9.3, 9.7 Omar. So the situation now is basically with the top 3 potentially getting very close one to the other, but Petrovic and Rifai still very close one to the other. If the position don't change, this it would give a big advantage to Rifai heading into the final race of today. So Petrovic, if he wants to fight back, he has to come through the field, and he has to try and put fast lap together and get closer to these two light blue cars. Saker Al-Mosherji, number 5. Kirill Kutskov trying the outside. Al-Mosherji doesn't give room to Kutskov. So now Kutskov has the slipstream, and Rifai is getting closer to Andrei. So we will see a double fight. The 2 blue and the two contenders. But he has the inside Andre, so nothing that Rifai can do. But the 23 is trying the outside. No space. No space. This is giving in favor. This is giving a bit of an advantage to Zanfari. They are making a little bit of a favor to Suleiman Zanfari, that is able to stretch a little bit the lead. In this lap, Suleiman has been 4/10 faster than Saker Al-Mosherji. And the fight between these two is helping Petrovic to get closer. Yes, yes, I'm expecting potentially a group that could get tighter and tighter as Rifai is really close to Petrovic, but Petrovic is slowly catching the tail of Kutskov, and Kutskov is super close to Al-Mosherji. Yeah, today is one of those days where we won't have a minute of break. We will be on top of our chairs for the entire races, but it has been really clean so far, this reverse grid race, which is on one end promising, but on the other end also surprising, as we have seen so much action. Now Kirill Kutskov really close to Al-Mosherji. Rifai still really close to Andrei. Kirill still on the outside, going for a late move. This is brilliant stuff, and the two, they go wheel to wheel and both cut the corner. Guys, come on, keep it together, stay within the lines, you know better how to do this. And Zakir stays in front with Kutskov behind. Well, let's see what happens with Al-Mosherji still in second, Kutskov in third. And this will be a fight between all them four, while Suleiman Zanfari is keeping his head down, trying to be consistent and making the best out of the situation. It has been a very brave late move by Kutskov. Yes, breaking late down the inside. And then Al-Mosherji tries to make the corner, but they both break a little bit too late, and they both cannot make the corner. Banging wheels. Well, it's a tough one to judge. As I said later this early evening, I sometimes don't want to be in the shoes of the steward, but you know, when you have fast guys, young guys, Formula 4 cars, and a fast circuit like Jeddah, this is what we have to deal with, which is amazing racing, fantastic fights. And now Andrei Petrovic close to Kutskov. Petrovic will have a good exit, as Al-Rifai has a good exit. Wow, this will be a 4-wide fight. Oh my God, 4 cars fighting for the third step of the podium. Rifai cutting the corner, and then he has to give the position back. Wow, this is intense. Saker Al-Mosherji still in third. Kutskov in fourth, and he lost it a little bit on the curve, but still he's on track. Petrovic right behind them in fourth. Al-Rifai fifth, and Omar also catch them. Suleiman Zamfari saying thank you and trying to put a little bit of a gap in between them. I've seen many side-by-side maneuvers, especially last corner and turn 1. So far, quite respectful and tough, but fair. A little mistake from Petrovic there. He lost the car a little bit in the exit, and Rifai now has a fair opportunity, but is on the right side. Well, Rifai trying the outside. They are too close, guys. Give each other a little bit of space. It's hard to see. Still in front, but they lost a little bit of gap to the two blue car. They lost a lot. They lost a lot. Oof. Tough. Omar is behind. Omar will try and take them both. They lost a lot of time in this lap to their second and third contenders, Akela Mosherji and Kirill Kutskov. So Kirill still trying the outside, and Omar will try and overtake them both. Omar! Rifai has to cut a corner and will lose the place to both of them. Tough, it's tough to be here. I don't know how it is to be there, but Rifai has to give the position to Omar as well. So Rifai should have given one position more, which he didn't. Wow, this is tough. This is tough. As we now have 3 laps to go. Suleiman Zamfari is the leader of the race. Omar Al-Delarayan lost 4 places in 3 corners. I think the fight is not over, both for Al-Mosherji and Kutskov, but also for Petrovic and Al-Rifai. For sure, you know, we haven't seen how they got together, the 2 title contenders, but they lost quite a lot of gap while fighting for the 4th position. This in fact gave the 2 light blue cars the opportunity to stretch the gap and potentially give themselves more of a duel rather than a 4-way fight like it used to be until a couple of laps ago. Kutskov wants this 2nd place. He wants it. Really good defending so far for Al-Mosherji. Really good defending. Has to be reviewed, the maneuver from Rifai, giving the position back to Petrovic, but not to Al-Mosherji, which Al-Mosherji was in the inside, so not so sure about it. So far it was a very tough race, but no crashes, no safety cars, no banging wheel, just a little rubbing, especially between the 2 light blue, and another unlucky race for Amna. Not the way we wanted to see her finish the championship, for sure. She definitely deserved better luck, but she has one more opportunity in the last race. Hopefully she will have better luck So the next standby, it will be the last lap, and Suleiman Zanfari, it has been very solid and consistent throughout the race. Now they are again catching up, but I don't believe they are close enough. Andrei and Federico to fight for the podium positions. Last lap. And Kirill Kutskov moving under braking, trying to disturb in the mirror of Saker Al-Mosherji. Good race by Suleiman Zanfari. Really focused today. And Federico Rifai still not giving up on Andrei Petrovic. Not giving up. I'm sure that Kutskov still wants to have a try, have a look, maybe in the very last corner. There is now a little bit of a gap in between these two. Petrovic really pushing because he wants to be close enough to the podium fight, just in case those two with the light blue car, they might come together in the fast corners. And Rifai is close to his title contender, while Kirill Kutskov maybe not so close enough to Saker, which has been defending really well through the race. Outside for Federico Rifai, but not enough for him to gain the 4th place. Winner of today race 2, Suleiman Zanfari. Good job, Suleiman. Perfect race. Al-Mosherji in 2nd, Kutskov 3rd, 4th and 5th, the 2 title contenders. So now the title fight can go potentially to the last race, but the advantage of Rifai, we have to see if it is enough for him to be champion, or if he has to fight through the very last race of the season. For sure, he has been very consistent, especially in this weekend and in the last weekend on the Monday. He's been able to deliver a lot of points, especially when his title contender made a couple of mistakes and has been also a little bit unlucky. So that's when Rifai was able to get into the lead and also have a bit of a gap. Wow, a lot of action, but at least this race was tough but fair. Nothing too too difficult, I would say, this time to talk about after the race. And well, we will see a very happy Suleiman Zanfari, and Suleiman was really motivated to try and win one race this weekend, and he did. Great stuff from him. Head down, very competitive and consistent throughout the race. Sakela Mosherji made a very good defending. There was a little bit of banging wheels in between the two light blue. Let's see if there's anything to say about it, but it was definitely a bit of a hard racing, but the defending one from Saker was really good. And third, Kirill with another podium, so Kirill is definitely finishing on a high. Really happy Suleiman Zanfari coming out of the car. Really happy. Yes, yes, yes. Well deserved win, deserved victory. Extremely happy, extremely happy, extremely happy. Congratulating his coach and his trainer. Super, super, super happy Suleiman Zanfari. He did a perfect race. Very focused, very consistent. And yes, so he definitely deserved the win. He will share the podium with Saker Al-Mosherji and Kirill Kustov. Two rookies, fast guys, young guys. We've seen them fighting quite a lot through the season, but it has been from my point of view, nice to see them fighting, but for a podium position, and also finally being able to have a tough, but I would say fair fight. So let's hear from Kirill Kutskov in third place.
Kirill Kutskov, I mean, again on the podium. Aren't you bored of all this podium?
No, not at all, but with my pace could easily be P1, but Sakir had another plan, so obviously for that. I mean, I was catching up like 7 tenths a lap with them, with Zanfari and with Sakir, but it's how it is. I caught up with him and he started to fight like for his life, for some reason, I don't know. It happens. But yeah, good result from P9, I guess, to P3. Yeah, it's good.
So I think your third position in the championship is always more there. I don't know if it's already mathematically sure, but still, anyway, showing some solid pace during the whole race and even in the quali.
Yeah, you know, I'm P3, that's already confirmed, accounting that I finished podium this race. So yeah, the beginning of the championship wasn't that great for me, you know, but this free race in Jeddah improved everything. I was P7, now I'm P3 here, and P3 by far, I would say. So yeah.
So, good job.
Thank you.
So, third place confirmed for Kirill Kutskov, not just in the race, but also in the championship, as is definitely a well-deserved third finisher. Now we hear from Saker Al-Mosherji.
Saker Al-Mosherji, good second place on this race. How was the race?
I mean, yeah, the race was good, but I had to defend the whole race. So unfortunately, I couldn't catch P1. I think I was much faster than him. Even with fighting, we were catching him. But yeah, I'm still happy with third place. But the car didn't feel good. I was having understeer, and then in some places a lot of oversteer. I'm still working on the balance, trying to find the perfect setup. But yeah, we'll focus on race 3.
So for the third race, do you think you can get another podium?
I mean, I'm starting at the back in race 3, but hopefully I'll try to get a podium. Yeah.
Congratulations. Enjoy the podium.
So, runner-up of the second race today, Sakara Mosherji. As he said, he had to defend for the race and he has to focus on the pace for the next one. Now we will hear from the winner of today, race 2.
Suleiman Zanfari, I'm glad to see you again on the first step on the podium. Was a mid part of the season quite difficult for you, but finally you're back.
Yeah, I'm finally back. Let's say that I got a good start and I knew that I had to pass very quickly Abdulaziz. Then I just kept managing my tires, kept my head down, no mistake, close to the walls, on the limits, on the edge. And yeah, I'm very glad that I'm happy to have back this victory. I'm very cheerful and joyful of when I won after passing the finish line. And I would like to thank everybody who has been here helping me. And I just kept on believing. I always kept pushing and we never give up. So now head on through race 3 and it will be a good race.
So Suleiman, I mean, from the outside, it seemed to be really easy. You were pulling away, managing the gap all the time. Was that easy as you made look to the people at home or not?
Well, I mean, it wasn't that easy because I had to be very focused, had to get good exits. I was really on the limit, really head down, and now I'm very happy to get another win.
Good job. On to the next one.
So yes, it's great to finally have Suleiman Zanfari back on the top step of the podium with a very well deserved win. He started from the first row and then after gaining the lead he was able to focus and make a little bit of a gap. As we have seen the reverse grid, so the unfortunately stalling from Abdullah Abkouezi and a fight in the middle of the pack with both the contenders overtaking Amna Kubaisi, and since then they fought through the field up to P4 and P5. And the fight for the podium between the light blue cars was, as you see, it was tough, with Sakela Mosherji able to maintain the place. Andrei and Arifai still had to fight quite a lot, with Omar very close to them at the center point. And what a win for Suleiman Zanfari. Wow. So, thank you very much again. So, let's see what these drivers has to show in the very final race of this round of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship. It will be the final round of the series, and we will crown the champion, the very first champion of today, and can't wait to see how it wraps up. We will nominate the champion of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship, certified by FIA. See you later.